Hello, welcome or welcome back. This is going to be a little rundown of the 7 credit cards I have, and this is my process of getting rid of 3 of them. So what we're going to do is for each of the features, I'm going to choose one clear winner and then the 3 next best, I suppose. And then once I get down to the end, I'm going to tally up how many points each credit card got and then choose the 4 that I'm going to keep. So, here we go. So this highlighter right here is going to be 2 points for the clear winner, and this is going to be the runners up, just to make it a little more visually interesting, I guess, or easier to tally. I like doing things in colorful ways. Okay, so the 7 credit cards I have are the Costco Citibank, it's like Costco Anywhere Citibank card, Capital One Quicksilver, Discover It, Navy Federal Credit Union Cash Rewards. It was too long to type out, took too much space. And then the Amazon Chase credit card and Citi Double Cash. Yes, I have 2 Citi credit cards. And then the Wings Financial Credit Union Cash Rewards credit card. So let's get right into it with this comparison, y'all. Interest rate. For Costco Citi, it's 20.49, which is not great. Capital One Quicksilver, I can already tell you this is going to be the clear winner here because that is 4% interest rate. And then the next here is Discover It is 28.4. And of course, your interest rates are going to vary based on your credit worthiness, however you want to call it, and how they feel that day. I don't know. I don't know how this stuff works. It kind of varies. Like these interest rates are not the same as when I signed up for the cards. So, take that as you will. I personally believe that you should review your credit cards every so often just to see like if the terms changed or the interest rate changed, or sometimes they'll like increase or decrease your credit limit without telling you, or it'll be like in some email that you're not paying attention to because you assume that it's like a marketing thing, because credit cards do send you a lot of marketing emails if you don't unsubscribe. So take that as you will. The reason why, I'm not sure if I said this before, but the reason why I have 4% interest on this Capital One credit card is because I used to be in the military. I am a veteran. Technically, I'm a combat veteran, take that as you will. But because I'm a veteran, when, I guess how it is if you're on active duty, you can have all of your debts set to an interest rate of 6% or less. They can go less, but legally they are required to have a maximum interest rate of 6% while you're on active duty. However, they can choose to give you a lower interest rate, and also Capital One chose to keep my interest rate lower. So this interest rate, I've had this for a very long time. I love it. And I'll tell you a secret, I'm probably not going to get rid of this credit card. But I still want to tally everything up and see like how it fares in the midst of things, in the interest of being neutral, so to speak. Okay, so that's the clear winner. Oh my goodness, clear winner. And then we have Discover It, which is 28.4%. Navy Federal is 18%. Amazon Chase is 19.49%. Citi Double Cash is 25.24%. And then Wings Financial is 15.95%. So clearly, we're just doing this. We're trying to be objective, y'all. So the 4% is the best. And of course, this is interest that they charge me, right? If I continue to owe a balance over the 30 days or whatever, however they work it. So 4% is the best, and then we have Wings coming in at number 2 at 15.95, and then the next best is Navy Federal at 18. So 1, 2, and then next is Amazon Chase at 19.49. So those are the top 4 there. So again, to review, that's 2 points for Capital One and then 1 point each for these other 3 that are highlighted in yellow. And then to the next feature. Okay, credit limit. Clear winner here is, well, let's go through them all first and then we'll, get the winner. Let's be fair. Okay, so Costco City limit is $6,260. Capital One is $10,000. Discover It is $4,700. Navy Federal is $2,000. Amazon Chase is $5,000. City Double Cash is $4,500, and Wings Financial is $12,000. So the highest credit limit, and that is how much I can charge on this card without incurring fees, $12,000 for Wings Financial. So that is 2 points for that. And then next would be Capital One at $10,000, Costco City at $6,260. Where they got that number from, I have no idea, y'all. It's a very weird credit limit. I don't get it. And then the next is Amazon Chase at $5,000. Okay. So then we come to the cashback categories. So this is where we get a little weird, because most of my credit cards have a set amount of cash back. However, 2 credit cards, so Discover It and the Wings Financial credit card, those have different ways of doing things. So the Discover It is a rotating 5% cash back. So currently for October through December, my 5% cash back is on Amazon and Target. But I didn't know how to really use that here because it varies. So it's every 3 months it changes, and it's different every year. I've had this card for multiple years. They do not always have the same categories for the same 3 months of the year. So it kind of varies, and there's no telling until a month before that time period comes. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think I'm just gonna, I don't know, maybe for this current time period, count it as Amazon having 5%. I don't know. Yeah, I might do that. Okay. Slight edit. Amazon currently has 5%. So we're gonna count it like that. But then for Wings Financial, this was a bit of a headache, and this is one of those dangers of having a local credit union be your credit card. So this was local when I lived in Minnesota. So Wings Financial Credit Union is for people who live in the Twin Cities area, and that's Minneapolis, St. Paul area of Minnesota, or who work in the airline industry. So it's very specific, and I only had it because it was the closest credit union where I lived when I lived in Minnesota. So this card, to be clear, if I get rid of the checking and savings account attached to this card, I can't have this card anymore because this card is only for members of the credit union. So that's another thing to note, I guess, a point against it. But yeah, this $1 per point, that when it comes down to it, I got this $25 gift card, and I'll get into that later, but this $25 gift card, I got this with 3,300 points, and it's 1 point per dollar, so it's less than 1%. So that's not great. That's not great. We're still gonna see how the points stack up, but this is not the card to use if you want cash back. Let's just put it like that. Okay, so onto the first category of cashback, gas, fuel, if you will. So Costco City has 4% cashback on gas, and it's actually gas and electric vehicle recharging. I do not have an electric vehicle, so that doesn't benefit me, but it does have that 4% on gas, on regular gas. And I do get my gas from Costco because it's normally cheaper than other gas stations. So there's that, and I'm gonna go ahead and count that as the clear winner. And then for Capital One Quicksilver, they have 1.5% cash back on all categories. So no matter what you buy, what you spend money on, it's 1.5%, like across the board. Pretty simple, right? And then Discover It. This, I think I had 5% cash back on gas, like in like January to March, I believe. But Discover can't be used at Costco. So that extra 1% cash back wouldn't have really benefited me if I was spending more on gas. So I don't know if I even want to count that. Navy Federal Credit Union, again, 1.5% across the board. And then Amazon Chase is 2% cash back on gas. And Citi Double Cash is 2% cash back on everything. So, you know, it's how they do it for Double Cash is it's double because you get 1% cash back on everything you spend and 1% cash back on everything you pay back. So if you don't pay back the credit card, you're only getting 1% cash back. But as you're paying back, you get that additional 1%. So it ends up being 2% if you keep a zero balance, which I do. So our clear winner is, again, the Costco City card. But the runners up for this category are Amazon Chase, Citi Double Cash, and I guess really it's a tie between that and that. So I guess 5 things get points this time, I guess. But yeah, 1% cash back, of course. If I can only get this 3 months out of the year, it doesn't really benefit me. And then Wings Financial, that is less than 1% cash back. So, you know, and it's in gift card form or like gift certificates. So it's not actually cash that you get back. So next category, restaurant and travel. I put those categories together mostly because none of my cards besides Costco and Citi offer special cashback for restaurants, and Costco Citi puts them together. So I just did it that way. So Costco Citi gives 3% cashback on restaurant and travel. Capital One Quicksilver, of course, is 1.5. Discover It has 5% cashback on restaurants for like, I think this year it was April, June, maybe. But again, this is only three-month increments where it's 5% on one of these categories. So the question is, how much am I actually going to use it? And how much am I gonna keep on top of which category it is that month? It's kind of annoying. So that's one. I'm just gonna count that as 1%, and then Navy Federal 1.5%, Amazon Chase 2%, and Citi Double Cash 2%. So clear winner is Costco City. So that gets 2 points, and then the next ones get 1 point. So I guess this is going to be the same with these getting 1 point because they're higher. Okay. And because, you know, they're basically tied. Okay. So next is Costco. So the Costco category is a little funny because Costco only accepts debit cards and Visas. At least the Costco that I go to. I don't know if Costco's like in other places accept different cards. I don't really know how that works. But my Costco's in Chicago. only accept Visas or debit cards. So that means that I cannot use my Discover card at Costco, and I cannot use the Citi Double Cash because that is a MasterCard. So we have here Costco City. I get 2% cash back for that card at Costco, and 1.5% for Capital One, of course. Nothing for Discover, 1.5% from Navy Federal, 1% from Amazon Chase. Then nothing from Citi Cash, and less than 1% at Wings. I don't even know if Wings offers Costco gift cards. I don't know. Their website is not too great. So clear winner, of course, is the Costco credit card, because of course the Costco credit card is the best choice for Costco. Let's be real. Okay, and then the three best ones after that, because I am keeping 4 credit cards. It's 1, 2, 3. So there we don't get four options. Okay. Well, I mean, we get 4, we don't get that extra option with ties. Okay. So next is the other category. So the miscellaneous. So Costco City, everything that's not these top 3 categories is 1% cash back. So it's 1% for other there. Capital One, it's 1.5% because they offer 1.5% for everything. Discover It, if it's not in their category, it's 1%. If it's not in that month's or that 3-month period's categories, it's 1%. And then Navy Federal, 1.5%. Amazon Chase, 1%. And then Citi Double Cash, 2% because it's 2% across the board. So the clear winner here is the Citi Double Cash. So they get 2 points. And then we get 1 point. Oh, I guess this is everything except Wings. Oh, that's bad. Okay. You know what? I'm not going to give a point for 1%. I'm just not. I'm not giving a point for 1%. So I award you no points. May God have mercy on your soul. So the 1.5% get a point. Everything else gets nada. Okay. So then we come to Amazon. So Amazon, Costco City gets no points because it's 1% cash back. Capital One is 1.5%. Currently, Discover It is 5%. I might give that like 1 point instead of 2. Yeah, probably, because after December, it's not going to be 5% anymore. And then Navy Federal, 1.5%. Amazon Chase, clearly Amazon gives 5% cash back on Amazon. And actually, currently, Amazon has a thing where if you choose your Amazon day, so your standard favorite delivery day as your delivery day, then they'll give you 6% cash back right now. So I don't know how long that promotion is going to last, but that is something to keep in mind as well. And then, of course, Citi Double Cash gives 2% across the board, and Wings Financial is less than 1%. So clear winner here is Amazon Chase, because, of course, it's Amazon, right? And I do shop at Amazon frequently whenever I can't find something in the store, basically. Or whenever I try to, like, price compare and it's cheaper on Amazon and I'm not, like, in a rush to get it. So what we're going to do is we're going to give Discover 1 point because it is currently 5%, but, you know, it's only for 3 months. And then Citi Double Cash, of course, at 2% gets 1 point, and then these 1.5s get 1 point. Okay, so next, Whole Foods. I don't actually shop at Whole Foods unless, like, I don't have a choice, basically. Like, if I'm with other people and they're shopping at Whole Foods and it's like a group thing, then, you know, I'll do that, but I really don't like Whole Foods. I don't even know if I want to give this a point. Whatever. Let's be fair. Let's be fair and give points. No. We're just gonna do 1 point. We're just gonna do 1 point because I don't shop at Whole Foods if I have a choice, and I don't care. So the top 4 are just gonna get 1 point. for Whole Foods. So that's 1% Costco City, 1.5 at Capital One, 1% Discover, 1.5 at Navy Federal, 5% for Amazon Chase because Amazon owns Whole Foods, then 2% for Double Cash, less than 1% for Wings Financial. Wings Financial is awarded no points for cashback, like, period. Okay, so the top 4 are 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we come down to where I want to be completely, like, transparent, I guess. So we all know, well, if you've been watching my channel, you know how I recently sold my house. So I ran up some credit card debt while I was in the process of, like, doing things to fix up the house and to sell it. So let's be real on how much these credit cards have charged me this year. So for Costco City, they have charged me 0 interest this year. Capital One has charged me $229. Yes, that's $229 at 4% because I had a very high balance. My balance was up to, like, over $8,000 at one point. And then Discover It charged me 0 interest. Navy Federal charged me 0 interest. Amazon Chase charged me 0 interest. City Double Cash charged me 0 interest. And Wings Financial, because this is the bank that I was using when I lived in Minnesota, this was my primary bank. So that's what I used for the house budget, because that's where, like, my mortgage was attached to this account, and, like, all of my bills when I lived in Minnesota were charged to that. So I just kept it that way. So they charged me $58.26 because I had 1 month of interest paid. I was not too happy about it. I was hoping that I could skip that, but alas, I did have that. Okay. So that was a total of $287 charged in interest for this year. Not too happy about that. And then for cash back, on my Costco City, I got $143 so far in cash back. You should note that I can only redeem my cash back once per year. So I get a certificate with this card. I get a certificate that I have to physically bring into a Costco to get my cash back. So I cannot actually access this $143 until next February when I get my certificate from them. So it'll be, like, a lot more than this. It'll probably be close to $200. But yeah, that's where that is. And this actually more than pays for my Costco membership if I wanted to just, like, apply that to that. Because my Costco membership, I have the executive membership, which awards you an additional 2% cash back at Costco. So I essentially, like, between the executive membership and this credit card, I get 4% cash back at Costco, which is great. So I get 2 certificates per year. I get 1 certificate from Costco itself and 1 certificate from Costco credit card. So that's nice. But yeah, $143 so far this year. For Capital One Quicksilver, I got $57 in cash back this year. Discover It, I got $11.55 cash back. And that is because juggling the rotating 5% is kind of annoying. So clearly I don't do that. For Navy Federal, I got 31 cents in cash back because I really don't use this card frequently at all. I think I had, like, 1 bill on it that was super cheap, and I know what it is. I had my Spotify on it, and now I have my Netflix on it. So hardly any cash back at all. And then Amazon Chase, I got $58.08 cash back this year. City Double Cash, I got $75.68 this year. And then for Wings Financial, I got a $25 gift card for Amazon, which of course I promptly spent because I shop on Amazon a lot. So Total interest that I paid this year is $287. Total cash back is $371. So I am getting more cash back than I'm paying in interest. And actually, like, as of me paying off my credit cards when my house sold, I no longer have a balance on any of these credit cards. So I will not be charged any more interest this year. And hopefully never again, because I have a fully funded emergency fund now. And I'm working on my sinking funds. So that is that. I'm not going to award points for this because this is just basically my usage. I just kind of wanted to include that so you'd know like which cards I use more than others and which ones like have benefited me so far this year more than others. So I guess actually maybe I should award points for this because clearly some cards I use more than others. So yeah, I am gonna do that. I'm gonna do the cash back as a clear winner and then 3 runners up. So thanks for giving me that idea, y'all. Actually, I probably wouldn't have thought of it if I hadn't been recording this. So, you know, this does benefit me. And I hope that it benefits you as well, because maybe this will give you some ideas on how to compare credit cards when you're signing up for them, or if you're trying to get rid of them. For me, this is too many credit cards. It's annoying to shuffle around. So I'm getting rid of 3 of them. Okay, so clear winner at $143. Even though I can only access this once per year, that's okay. I'm not relying on that money. And then the 3 runners up for cash back are the Citi Double Cash at $75.68, and then Amazon Chase at $58.08, and then the Capital One Quicksilver at $57. So that is that, and let's tally up these points. Let's be real, I'm gonna fast forward. Well, I'm just gonna skip it. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just didn't want to have to do the math on camera. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so with the points awarded, we have Costco City with 9 points. Capital One Quicksilver has 10 points. Discover It has 1 point. Navy Federal has 7 points. Amazon Chase has 9 points. Citi Double Cash has 7 points. And then Wings Financial has 3 points. It's not a great credit card, y'all. It's good interest. It's good interest rate, but that's not what I'm basing this on. So we're gonna do this again. We're gonna have a clear winner and 3 runners up. So clear winner here is Capital One Quicksilver. Boop. And then the 3 runners up are Costco City with 9 points. Doop. Amazon Chase with 9 points, and then Navy Federal with 7 points. Oh, that's surprising. And Citi Double Cash with 7 points. Oh, that's interesting. It's interesting that Navy Federal got so many points considering the credit limit's so low. But you know, that 1.5% across the board is pretty nice. So, okay. Wait. No, I'm only keeping 4 credit cards. I'm silly. There should only be 3 runners up, not 4. Good grief. Okay. Okay, so with this low nonsense here, because it is a really low limit, and this credit card it's a credit union. I clearly don't use this card, so we're gonna X this out, even though it was tied with points with the Citi Double Cash. Citi Double Cash clearly gives more cash back, so we're just gonna go with that. Okay, so the 4 credit cards I'm keeping are Costco City, Capital One Quicksilver, Amazon Chase, and Citi Double Cash. I am actually okay with this. I'm 100% okay with this, and I hope you learned something. I know I did. And I think I'm going to use this I'm going to use this method again to compare credit cards when I eventually pare things down even more. I'm not going to do that right now. I am going to keep 4 for now. If for no other reason than because like I shop at Costco a lot. This interest rate's really low. I shop at Amazon a lot, and this is 2% across the board. So, you know, that's kind of where we're headed here. Yeah. In any case, I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you learned something. I hope you got some benefit from it. You deserve financial stability. You deserve to not give credit cards all your money. I hope you have a great day on purpose. Bye.